it's Dr. Kristi Harder. Hope you're having a wonderful week. This is week 5 of Whole Body Reset, and I am going to make the white bean and tuna salad with you guys. So I thought that what I would do is just a little bit of variation because of a couple reasons. One, it's summer and I have lots of things growing in the garden. 2, I really like to always modify recipes. And so I thought that I would kind of just tell you my mindset about how I switch things out and what I do to make things differently. So the main components of this salad are tuna. So I've got canned tuna that I've already drained. So that goes in the bowl. Capers give it a really nice salty flavor, which is unbelievable. So you don't need as much salt in the recipe. So I'm gonna pour those in as well. If you guys don't use capers often, it's a really good addition. You know, if you're avoiding certain things, capers always make everything taste better. So if you're doing any kind of salads, if you're cooking fish or chicken, capers are always like one of my favorite go-tos. So the recipe calls for onion. I'm not using onion, one, because my husband and I are going to enjoy this together and he doesn't do onion, and I'm not using garlic. So I just pulled this leek out of my garden, which I'm excited about because this year was the first time I've ever grown leeks and they're amazing. So I'm gonna slice this really thinly and I'm gonna put this in as well. So when I cut my leeks, generally I want to cut them pretty thinly and then I like just to give them an extra little dice because they can get, you know, when they unravel, they can kind of stick together and you can get an overwhelming bite of leek. So so I like just to kind of chop them pretty coarsely just so that everything is manageable when you get it in the salad. So that goes there. I am using big cannellini beans today. So the white cannellinis, I actually really like to get the ones that are in a box. Typically they've been steamed or they have been really, really rinsed well. I always rinse mine extra. I rinse them more, and then I rinse them once more because it really does make a difference as far as digestion goes. So make sure that you're rinsing everything really well. So I'll go ahead and put those in the bowl as well. I'm also going to use some peppers today. So these came out of my garden today as well. So these are banana peppers. They don't have any spice at all. But they'll just give a little bit extra crunch since we don't have the onion and we don't have the garlic. It'll be a nice little extra bit of flavor. So again, I'm just gonna chop that pretty coarsely after I chop it thinly at first. So when I modify recipes, I typically do it out of convenience. If I don't have an ingredient, if I don't like an ingredient, if there's somebody that's eating with me that doesn't like an ingredient or is allergic to an ingredient, I just modify as needed. So this is another pepper. It's a little bit spicy and this came out of my garden too. So I'm just adding a little bit of this one and making sure to chop it up really, really well because it's, like I said, a little bit spicy and you don't want too much of that spice going in, but it'll give it a nice orange color, which we love. And then my lime, so I'm using the juice of 2 limes, which will equal about the 4 tablespoons. I love limes. I tend to cook with a lot of limes and lemons because they're just so easy and they add such good flavor, and I'm more of a fan of them than I am of, vinegars particularly. So, so I'm just gonna add all of this in instead of doing something like mayonnaise or aioli. I like doing like lime and olive oil or lemon and olive oil because they just taste good. And you know, it's just nice. A little bit of an alternative. You could use aioli instead of olive oil in this recipe, but I don't. I actually like this flavor better, so I just chose to do it this way. And then I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I use an olive oil that's not filtered. It's from Italy. It's my favorite. It's called Frantoia. I don't get any money from them, so it's not an ad, but it's just really delicious, and I've used it for over a decade, so I just am used to it. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to end the recipe, and then just stir it up. Typically what I'll do, if I don't just start eating it right out of a bowl, is I serve it over some kind of spring mix or arugula or something that, you know, some kind of yummy green. I also can use it as a little bit of a dip, you know, because it's really good if you have like some rice crackers, or if you have like an almond flour tortilla or something that, you know, you want to use as a dip instead. So this is what it looks like. So it's kind of bright and flavorful, and I'm just going to taste it to make sure we've got enough salt. Yum. That's really good. So this is the white bean salad. Hope you guys enjoy this as much as we are going to. It's absolutely delicious. Super easy. You just saw how long it took me to make it. So enjoy it.